Brandon totally lied to Julia on 90 Day Fiance, then he turned around and lied to his mom and dad, and then the mom started hysterically crying. Oh my god, you guys, 90 Day Fiance, they released a little sneak peek clip of the upcoming episode of 90 Day Fiance, and oh my god, Brandon is a freaking idiot, because in this little sneak peek, we gotta see that he totally lied to Julia. Now, if you don't remember, in the last episode or two ago, he told Julia that, hey, Julia said that she wants to leave. She's not going to stay in Dinwiddie, Virginia, and she's going to go back home unless he gets them their own place. And Brandon sat her down and just said, okay, I'm going to do it. No questions asked. This is going to happen. And so what happened? He went to dinner with his two lovely parents, joking, by the way, but he went to dinner with his parents and he said, hey, Julia is miserable and we need to get our own apartment. And right then and there, the dad was just like angry. He was mad, but the mom, however, she started bursting in. Now, she wasn't hysterically crying, but like she was hysterical, she was emotional, she was teary-eyed, and she was clearly crying. So she was sad, but the dad, he was mad. But they both were just like, wait, why? And you would have thought that Julia and Brandon's two parents were buddy. You know, if you saw their just reaction, because they were like, what happened? And of course, what did Brandon do? He freaking goes and tells them, no, the only problem was Julia does not like the animals. It has nothing to do with you guys, which, okay, number one, right then and there, that's a lie. But he told Julia, we're going to make this happen, no questions asked, this is going to happen. And then what happens with his parents? Well, the dad was furious. He was really honestly mad because he was like, you know what, you can't afford it, you should not be moving out. And I think honestly, the dad just wants some free labor for the farm. I hate to go there, but it's just what it kind of seems to be. But the mom, she was like, you are my baby, we want to keep this farm in the family, which it's like, who said, the guy's not moving to China, he's probably gonna move a mile down the street. They can still go to the farm, but anyway, it's just, they're being really dramatic. But the mom was like, you're my baby boy, I love you so much, you can't leave me, which was just like, so stupid. And she goes, is there anything we could do to have you two stay around? And Brandon goes, well, you know, I mean, what about the idea of us staying in the same room? And of course, the mom's like, you know, sitting there trying to freaking negotiate with him. And the dad just says, no, we are not doing this. We are not negotiating. This is not going to happen. But the mom was like, no. Let's see if we can kind of talk this out. And Brandon was like, I'm all ears. So, I mean, oh my god. Number one, he told Julia that it was a done deal and they're moving out. He told her that. That was the thing. He said they were going to move out, and if they do not move out, he said, she was going to go back home. Okay, well, he goes to dinner with them, and number one, lies that Julia cannot stand. Julia does not like the farm. That is true. But she can't stand his parents and their rules either. So it's like for him to say that she just can't stand the animals, that is not true. That is partially true. She can't stand the mom and dad, and I don't blame her one bit. So that was kind of a lie too on Brandon's part. But then it's like, next thing you know, he's negotiating with the mom, who apparently has full control over everything and say over everything, because the dad was like, we are not doing this, but the mom was like, no, let's try to kind of work this one out. I don't know why she's so opposed to him moving. He's what, 27, 28 years old? Dude, pack your bags, move out. You're freaking old. You're closing in on 30. You're engaged. You're probably going to be having a baby pretty soon. You gotta go get your own place. And I was just sitting here watching this thinking, oh my god, Brandon is really negotiating with his mom on if Julia can stay in his bedroom or not. And then once she said that, you know, that's a possibility, he was like, okay, yeah, maybe we could stay a little bit longer. But I'm sitting there thinking, well, what just happened? You just told Julia that that was not going to happen. So blah, 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 blah. I am sick and tired of this guy. I thought at first, I was like, I don't know if I like Julia or not. Then I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm a big fan of the parents. Now I'm like, I don't like Brandon. It is Brandon. He's a spoiled brat. He's a liar, fibber, idiot, moron. Apparently he's bad at budgeting because he has no money somehow. So I'm just like, Brandon, oh my god, this guy's ridiculous. And if he does, you know, try to convince Julia now to stay there, I am just gonna be so sick and tired of him, and I would be shocked if she decides to stay. But more on them in a couple of seconds. Comment below what you guys think, though, for sure, on Brandon and Julia. And real quick, guys, let me just say, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe, follow, share button. Someone a few days ago shared in my 90 Day Fiance group about me, the Celeb Talk guy, and oh my god, my heart freaking melted. So I wanted to say thank you guys for sharing this channel, but please keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep following. It means the world. It supports me and this channel so much. I love you guys dearly. Well, now back to the rest of this drama. I'm curious if you guys think that Brandon and Julia should stay with his parents or should they move out? What do y'all think? Well, now I want to go back over to Yara and Joey because Yara spilled the tea. She broke the news. Here, look, she spilled the tea, did a little bit of this, and yeah, she told Joey that, hey, oh my god, I am pregnant. I don't know why she waited so long because it's like she knew and he was at work and she was calling him. Why didn't you just tell him, hey, Joey, I'm pregnant? But no, she waited for him to come back, and then when he got to the airport, he was doing some of this, and she was mad because he was drinking a little bit too much, and then she ended up waiting until the next day, and then she was getting a henna tattoo, and said, hey, by the way, Joey, yeah, I'm pregnant with your baby. And he was just literally had no expression. He was just like, no, you're not. That's a joke. No, you're not. And then she said, no, I am. And then he said, no, you're not. And it went back and forth for a couple of minutes. And finally, he was just like, well, let's just take a test and you can prove me wrong. And that's when I was like, you know what? My only little thought with them two is, were they using protection? Because if they were not, why is he so confident? But it's like, if they were, how did she get pregnant? So I'm kind of like, what is going on? If I had to guess, they probably were not being, very protective, and that's probably how the whole baby thing happened. But I could be wrong, I don't know for sure. But yeah, Joey was convinced there's no way we're having a baby. That's not a possibility. But, I will say, I mean, he didn't say he was mad about having a baby. He just didn't believe her. And he did say, if, you actually are pregnant, which she is and was, and they had the baby, he was like, I'd be totally supportive, but I just don't believe you. So she was kind of mad, but it's like, I mean, it was a really weird timing. She was literally getting a henna tattoo. Why bring it up then? But yeah, she apparently is pregnant, and we already know she had the baby in September. Then we saw good old Mike and Natalie, and oh, guess what? Mike's mom, who is apparently like Mike's identical twin, she was heading on home, and so Mike was sad. I think Mike was kind of more just like, oh my god, now I have to kind of figure out what's going to happen with me and Natalie, because I don't think he has the slightest idea on what to do. And having his mom there, I mean, I don't know if I want to say Natalie was just sucking up, but she was definitely on her best behavior when the mom was around. Now the mom is leaving, and Natalie can be queen, bossy Natalie, and boss Mike around. So Mike seemed kind of mad. He said that he wants to keep working on the momentum in the right direction, whatever that means, because it's like, we all know they're not a good couple. And Natalie, she was apparently sad that Mike's mom was leaving, even though in the episode before she did say that she was like, saying that Mike's mom only, agrees with Mike, and that she she liked Mike's mom supposedly, but she definitely seemed to kind of butt heads with her on a lot of different things. So yeah, I don't know why Natalie was saying that. Maybe she was just trying to suck up, be fake, I don't know. Mike's mom seemed to kind of like Natalie. Mike's mom seemed to kind of just be like a neutral 50-50, not really picking sides kind of a person. I took it. I mean, I definitely think she was, leaning more towards with Mike, but she's pretty much just there, and she says it like how she thinks it. Whether it's right or wrong, she says it how it comes through her head. And so she was just like, there were times when she was kind of butting heads with Natalie. And so before she left, she told Mike, she goes, hey, I think she's a nice enough person, but I'm kind of concerned about her motives. I haven't really thought about that. I mean, we watch 90 Day Fiance, and a lot of people from overseas get accused of coming to America just because they want to come here for the money and a better life and blah, blah, blah. Natalie, I feel like she just wants a family and that's it. So I don't know if she's using him. I definitely think they're a god-awful couple, and I find it very strange that this is her third marriage. But yeah, when we saw Mike and Natalie, the mom left. Mike and Natalie seemed kind of like they were happy, but I'm sure that'll last, what would you guys say about, I don't know, about 5 seconds, and then they'll have a big old fight about, something stupid like carrots or something, really smart like that. But the grand finale of this episode was, oh my god, Stephanie and Ryan. I know I'm getting all serious on you guys, but oh my god, this is seriously creepy. I would love to talk to Ryan and Stephanie separately. We gotta see. We all saw Stephanie. She went to Belize. They finally opened the border. I'm gonna say this one more time. Why is she going there? This is the season. This is the 90 Day Fiance season where the people that are, overseas, the foreigners, come to America. Why is she on this season? But let's just totally disregard that. She goes there. They have a night out. We saw that in the last episode. They go out to dinner. It was weird. It was cringy. Stephanie brought Ryan some stuff that is, for protection, that is glow in the dark. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I just kind of figured. And let me also say, they were talking about their romantic side all the freaking time and how okay, it's 4 times a night and this and that, and it lasts an hour. Blah, disgusting. I don't even want to imagine that. But anyway, that was what I kind of thought was going to happen that night. But we saw them wake up the next morning, and Stephanie was sitting there like, hey, Ryan, can I talk to you? And he was just like, okay. Ryan does not seem to give a crap at all. Ryan seems so cocky and full of himself. He's just like, whatever. And I don't know if he's just done with the relationship or if he thinks that he has Stephanie in his back pocket. I don't know. But he's like, I'm done, whatever. And she's like, hey, Ryan, about last night, she goes, we didn't do anything last night. And they haven't seen each other in 10 months. And she kind of had a good point. She was just like, okay, I haven't seen you in 10 months. So have you been doing stuff with other people in the last 10 months? Because you're a young man and I'm sure you're, ready to go. And so it's like, he was just like, he was getting all defensive. Then he said, oh, no, I'm not. And if you're going to start being all questioning, he started kind of running his mouth. But he, long story short, just said, no, I have not been with anyone, which I call BS, in the last 10 months. No way that's true. So she was like, well, why, how didn't we do anything? And he was like, well, your stomach hurt and your arm. He kept saying your arm. What the? Well, and she was even like, what's wrong with my arm and stomach? So she was kind of mad. And then it got even weirder and worse because she goes, I wasn't expecting this, big, long, hour-long, session. I was expecting a quick 2 or 3 minute, that's it, 2-3 minute quick, what. And I'm just sitting here once again thinking, what is going on? She's like lecturing this man, or shall I say boy, like he's her freaking kid, or like it's a freaking, student or something. She's literally lecturing him like he is her student, and they're talking about what. So I just sat there, couldn't believe it. She went on and on and on saying, I didn't want an hour long, what. I just thought we could go for a real quick 2-3 minute, what, and be happy with that. And Ryan had no comment. He had nothing to say, which that just tells me one thing. Girl, Stephanie, he's cheating on you. And then, oh my God, the cat's out of the bag. It kind of happened. We got to see in the sneak peek, they had that fight about, an hour long or 2 or 3 minute session, whatever. And then they were talking about their last fight, I think. And then that was the same fight when Stephanie met up with Ryan's cousin and did God knows what. So that kind of got brought up because Stephanie kind of like brought it up herself. And supposedly Ryan has no idea, but he was kind of like talking like he completely knew. And honestly, you know what? The way Ryan is, and Ryan just seems so like not actually in love with Stephanie. I feel like the cousin probably knows. They're probably talking. They're having guy talk. And I'm sure the cousin had to have told someone, and then someone had to have told Ryan. There's no way he didn't know. But Stephanie claims Ryan has no idea. And so he was like, hey, Stephanie, what happened after the last time we got into our big fight? And then that is when she met up with the cousin. So it sounds like Stephanie's going to spill the beans about the cousin on the this upcoming episode, but I don't know if it's new news or if he already knew. If I had to guess, I'd say Ryan probably already knew, but oh my God, it's not looking good for these two. And I have a pretty good hunch that their relationship might be coming to an end on this next upcoming episode. So comment below what you guys think. We got to see some pretty good couples. I'm curious to see what happens with Brandon and Julia. I just want to freaking press fast forward. I don't want to see the mom. I don't want to see the dad. Even the dad, I feel like is starting to kind of get funny to laugh at because he is starting to get mad. And the mom, I mean, you can't help but laugh at her. She's a drama queen. All I want to do is sit on the mom and just ask her one question. Number one, she kept saying, Brandon, you're my only child. You're our baby and all this stuff, which is true. Brandon is the mom's only child, but the dad has other kids. So, you know, it's kind of a slap in the face for them because it's like he has a family too. It's not just Brandon. Brandon is not the only kid. They have a bigger family. So they're saying stuff like, Brandon, this farm can be yours. But what about, and maybe the other kids, they don't want it, and I don't blame them, but it's like, what about the other kids? So I would love to hear their side of the story with the other family. That would be so much fun. But yeah, the mom, I want to sit her down and just say, look, he's 28 years old, 27 years old. He's engaged, gonna get married, gonna have kids, and you want this man living in your house. So it is just like, dude, let him go. The dad claims that the guy doesn't have any money, which that honestly, it's like if he's making $35,000, $40,000+ a year, where's the money going? He lives at home. He probably doesn't buy his own food. He has a real nice truck. It's like, Brandon, if you're so broke, sell the truck, get a cheaper car, and there you go. There's your rent money for the next year. So I don't know. I am so freaking curious to see what's going to happen with Brandon and Julia, and if they're going to move out, or if he's going to start staying with her in the same room, or if the mom's going to cave. And if the mom does cave, I'll tell y'all what, the dad is going to be mad, because he was like, I'm not going to negotiate with him. I'm not going to go to do his back and forth. This is my house, my rules, and we are not having it. But the mom, she was like, oh, maybe we can kind of work out a little deal. And for Stephanie and Ryan, it's a done deal. I don't even care. We saw Andrew and Amira for a smidge of a second, and it looks like Andrew's out, you know, he's partying, having a good old time, and he's eating steak and ice cream, and he's, you know, dancing around, going on boat trips in Mexico because he's staying for 2 more weeks. So he's having a grand old time. Amira's not there, and it sounds like they're going to try to find another loophole. I know, another great loophole in a different country to get Amira to come to America, but I don't really know, so I cannot say it for sure. Well, guys, 90 Day Fiance, oh my God, this season I feel like is going to start getting really good with Stephanie and Ryan and Andrew and Amira, and probably even Yara. I mean, all of these couples are going to start getting pretty good, and we're not going to see Rebecca and Ziad on this little sneak peek, but I can only imagine they're going through some drama too. So you guys, holy crap, 90 Day Fiance, please, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, comment below your thoughts, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.